Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's time for another daily dose of dismal Disney. We're going to talk about Disney's stock, and we're going to talk about Bob Chapek, and we're going to talk about the tone-deaf move by Disney to offer a $100,000 private jet trip to every Disney park.
Yeah, per person, I believe.
Per person, yes. Well, that's coming from WDW News Today, and they got it from, I don't know where they got it from, but what we're going to talk about this.
It was Adventures by Disney.
Adventures by Disney, and what's going to happen, I think, especially with the gas prices going up and everything else, is Disney is going to find the richest rocks to juice for as much as they
what we've been telling you.
Possibly can.
And then we're going to talk about their, you know how they were going to move the Imagineering to Florida, and the people in California were having a fit and kind of leveraging that for their protests against the Florida bill. Yeah, now they've delayed that for 3 years, which has caused some big problems for some people who are going to move.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. We'll talk about Bob Chapek, where he's at, and the Peter Rice firing, and a lot of different things that are resulting in, I believe, Disney stock dropping faster than other people's stock, and I think it's going to continue to drop. Oh, yes, and we can't forget the other shoe dropping. The Disney Plus could lose 20 million subscribers because they gave up the streaming rights to Cricket.
Which we told you about.
India. Yep.
We told you about before this.
Yes.
It's almost like, we actually follow it.
Yeah, so let's talk about all this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 270,000 subs.
Woo!
Talk about Disney, having worked in and around the company, yada, yada, yada. Please subscribe, yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada. Please subscribe. That's what we're trying to get at. So yeah, we do follow Disney pretty closely and the company's decisions, which have been stupid over the last couple of years. And I don't even know where to start. Well, I guess I'll start with this, because the Disney stock is down. It actually dropped down to, what, $93 and
today, yeah.
Now, the entire market's down, right? But Disney is taking a hit more than other businesses, because now they're starting, it just jumped up. Oh my God, Disney, look at that. They have kind of reclassified Disney as a tech company, and tech stocks are cratering right now. And Disney is also a luxury item, and there's a recession coming, and people are not going to spend, $6 or $7 a gallon in gas to drive down to Florida and spend tens of thousands of dollars on Mickey merch when they have to pay their bills. So knowing that going into it, everybody has been looking at Disney Plus to be like, hey, well, Disney Plus will pull them through the pandemic. Even if the theme park attendance craters and all that, they'll be fine, right? Well, no, they're probably going to lose 20 million subscribers in India because of Cricket, and they said they're okay with that. They're basically like, the Indian subscribers aren't worth as much to us.
They pay pennies in the dollar compared to what people pay in other markets.
Yeah.
So they're like, we might lose a bunch of subscribers, but it's not a lot of money. But unfortunately, like Netflix has seen, the narrative will be, we lost all these subscribers, we missed expectations, we missed what everybody thought we were going to hit, and they're just going to see the negative number. They're not going to see the fact that it's actually not the same financial hit as it would have been had they lost that in a different marketplace.
Right. Because this is Disney and Netflix is doing. They've basically been treating all subscribers as equal, being like, we have X number of global subscribers. So it doesn't matter if it's 20 million US subscribers or 20 million India subscribers, the public is going to look at it and be like, oh my God, they're going to lose 20 million subs.
Because when they talk about the goals they want to hit by, 2024, they go by the subscriber number.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where they come from.
Because they're going to be profitable then. They want to hit this many subscribers. So even though they aren't going to lose as much money as, say, they're going to take a hit for sure. But say that they would lose with, a different marketplace, the media and the investors are going to look at it as, well, you just lost 20 million subscribers. That's bad.
Yeah, and then we're going to see potentially a Netflix.
As I say, it's going to be Netflix. They're going to compare
cratering, because they're going to be like, oh shit,
the theme parks. Netflix.
Yep, it's just like Netflix. And the stock is going to drop even more unless they pull a rabbit out of their ass.
But they already kind of did when they made everybody kind of combine the Disney Plus with the ESPN and the Hulu.
Yeah, and they were able to boost their numbers and be like, oh, look at all these extra subs we just pulled out.
Yeah, it was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
You already used that card.
He's got a rabbit up his ass. That's why his face is like that. So let's talk about some of the tone-deaf moves they've made, and then we're going to talk about this Peter Rice situation too, because that's also going to affect their stock. But yeah, we were talking about this yesterday, and WDW News Today had the story up. They said Adventures by Disney is offering a $100,000 private jet trip to every Disney park.
It's a little more than that, actually.
It's more than that.
It's more than that. It's almost 110. Yep, $110,000 for 14 and up, and minimum must be 12 years old. It's only available to 75 people,
So
right?
$109,000 per person.
I believe so.
Or you could buy a sports car. I mean, geez.
Yeah, under $110,000 per person for 75 people.
Here's the description. So this is how they're going to make up that lost revenue, guys. Remember, we're going into a recession, and they're going to charge $110,000 for a Disney luxury package. This dream vacation spans 24 days and covers 6 countries that include all 12 uniquely magical Disney theme parks worldwide, as well as 3 iconic landmarks: the Taj Mahal, the pyramids, and the Eiffel Tower.
Actually, I would love to see the pyramids, but that's another story.
Actually,
I've been to the Eiffel Tower.
Actually sounds like a pretty cool trip if you have $110,000 laying around.
Per person.
Per person. So a family of 4 can go for the low cost of almost $500,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
For 24 days.
What a bargain. Throughout the trip, you'll stay in world-class accommodations, including the rare opportunity to be a guest at Summit Skywalker Ranch. You'll travel in luxury via a VIP configured Boeing 757 operated by Icelandair with long-range capabilities that allow for direct flights to maximize your time in each destination. You'll also enjoy personal access to experts and staff who provide fun and fact-filled stories, enabling you to be immersed in every location you visit. Maybe you can play cards on your phone, too.
There you go.
So Disney is doubling down on luxury experiences as their stock falls as we enter a recession.
This is also the place that are going to make those luxury homes, and now they're doing communities that they're building.
Because they know that this is the thing. And we've told you before, Disney doesn't care about your middle-class family. They'd rather have a couple of whales than...
Which doesn't make sense. I mean, you think you make more money off of a bunch of middle-class people.
You have more to lose if you lose a whale. You lose a whale, you're losing like a whole bunch of families. Whereas you might lose like 1 family or 2 families. You know what I'm saying? So... it's like you have to do everything you can do to retain it. But the thing is, Disney knows it's got these ridiculous diehard customers. A lot of them have ridiculous disposable income. John Stamos is going to be on that plane.
Well, I'll tell you what,
he's going to be on that
what's
plane.
funny to me is most of your employees could not afford something like this. Like they have this commercial here. Go make the impossible possible. Careers that move you forward at Disney. We don't pay you enough to take this trip.
This is ridiculous. So it begins in Anaheim at Disneyland Resort and ends in Orlando, Walt Disney World. A month. So not only do you have to have disposable income, that kind of
but a month where you don't work.
You have to have a month off. That's okay because the butler and the maid can take care of the estate while you're gallivanting around to Disney theme parks
and Giza and
And actually,
Taj Mahal and
I'm not gonna lie.
Paris.
If I had a couple $100,000 just laying around that I wanted to burn, and we had to burn it, it's not a bad. It sounds real nice. It sounds real nice.
But I know, but I could do a lot to help.
You could like feed hungry people.
I was gonna
feed
say,
your cast members.
I was like, there's a lot of underprivileged children I could help with that money. So
you could have multiple employees and give them a
lot of companies. Yes,
insurance.
a lot of companies you can start with that money. I mean, you can do with your money as you will, but.
Yeah. So, I mean, to some people, if you've got...
If you go, send us pictures, please.
Yeah, send us pictures. Well, so, again, this is for people that have infinite money. This is what Disney wants. Because I think they know. They know that the middle class is going to get squeezed harder. They're not going to have the money to go to the theme parks. They know that they're going to take a hit because their subscribers are going to dip. So they're gonna double down on luxury experiences. And Disney has been going in this direction for years. They knew this was coming. Eventually you're gonna hit peak Disney and you're gonna rely on your super fans. But again, the problem is you lose one super fan, it's like losing 100 normal customers or more.
Yeah, no, but I mean, they're definitely making these extra experiences. They're not taking away from the park attendance. Something outside. It's theme parks, but it's outside of that, so they can trying to find ways to get the rich to give them money for these exclusive experiences. It's only 75 people. FOMO, to try to get them to do that. So that's one thing that's going on. Okay. Then the other thing that was interesting that happened a couple days ago. Okay, remember when we talked about during the protests over the bill that everybody was flipping out about? And they had people, most of the protests were in California.
Mm.
And we talked about how a lot of them are trying to leverage this and not have to move because Disney Imagineering was going to be moved to Lake Nona. They're moving to a campus there because when we had the pandemic and the shutdowns, California wasn't exactly helpful. Florida actually worked with them. So they were going to move the campus there. Well, a lot of people did not want to move. And they were using that as an opportunity to say, well, we're not moving because of toxic behavior. We don't want to move. And they're just trying to leverage it to get to stay. Well, now Disney has given them 3 more years to stay. And they have taken it from 2023 to now mid-2026 before they move the campus. Okay, fine. Except people that were told you had to move or quit, a lot of people quit and found their jobs. And now they don't have to move. And then people actually sold their homes because they thought they had to move. And now they don't have to move.
Yeah, that's a little awkward.
So that's caused a big issue.
Yeah, so I have to think, part of it was caving. Part of it was probably the economics of it. Like, oh, we don't have to spend all this money to get this thing ready, We'll just juice some more $100,000.
Yeah, and they'll be like, oh, we're doing it because we're doing it for our cast members. You know what I mean? And they're doing it for our people who work in Imagineering. But sadly, a lot of people quit. People have been there for years. I know there's video after video, people saying they already quit.
Yeah, I mean, that's horrible. To, quit and find out, like, psych. Psych, whoopsie doopsie. Maybe that was the plan. Like, well, we need to cut staff. Well, we don't want to fire anybody. We don't want to be the bad guys. So.
They were trying to get people to quit so that they would quit, and then they didn't want to move, and then they figured they could replace them in Florida, which I'm sure you could have. But now they're just not moving it to Florida. They are. I mean, this is all like
eventually.
This is from a meeting I guess they had, all hands on deck meeting according to WWE News today. So, but that's going on. So the Disney is just making one bad decision after another.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. This is actually what kind of kicked off their stock really dropping. It was them firing Peter Rice from Disney, and he's well liked in Hollywood now. There have been multiple theories out there, other YouTubers. I'm not throwing shade at other YouTubers, but I'm telling you, I disagree. They believe that Chapek got rid of Peter Rice because Peter Rice was too woke, and he brought the wokeness to Disney. And I'm telling you, no, because if that was the case, they would not have fired their head of communications, who told Bob Chapek to be apolitical when it came to the Don't Say Gay, quote-unquote, bill.
They wouldn't be putting stuff on the Disney Parks blog constantly, how they're pushing, here's how we're showing inclusion on our inclusion key and diversity. And they wouldn't have, lost all the markets to insist on putting the LGBTQ scene in to Lightyear when they could have taken it out for their markets, but they're doubling down on keeping it.
Yes, during Pride Month, and there is more rainbow merch than I have ever seen, ever.
And by the way, the profits are all going to
organizations to fight the Florida bill.
Not just that, just organizations that are LGBTQ plus, whatever.
So there is zero, and also Rice's replacement is the woman who said that she has passed on shows because they weren't diverse enough. So there is zero indication that is what's going on. In fact, her statement, she said right out of the gate that they were going to, it was very important that they had diversity and inclusion. Oh, and also talent. Well,
we can even see it too with the way they're handling these shows. Like before Obi-Wan came out, they started telling everybody that basically, racist to this. And before Lightyear came out, they were review bombing it because of the LGBTQ thing. Well, I guess there's a lot of different reviewers out there that are apparently idiots because they didn't give it a good review.
Right. So so keep that in mind. And they fired the head of communications. They literally replaced the head of communications who told Bob Chapek to stay apolitical with a Biden administration
vaccine person.
Vaccine PR person.
Right.
So they're not walking away from the quote-unquote wokeness. I'm just telling you straight up, it's not happening. That being said, everybody's coming out now and saying that they do believe the reason Chapek fired Rice is because he still feels his job is in jeopardy.
Which is what we said.
And he's using Dana Walden as a shield.
It wouldn't surprise me even if she hey, Bob, if I help you get rid of Rice, will you give me his job? Because she's been under him for years.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying it just wouldn't surprise me.
No, and I've actually seen that happen at companies I've worked for where it's like Survivor. People start forming strategic alliances to get rid of mutual enemies, and then they eventually turn on each other. And I could see...
That's called Highlander.
It is. I could see her turning on him and being like, okay, well, we got Rice out of the way. Hey, wouldn't it be nice if Disney had a female CEO for the first time ever in its history?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's funny because, they're supposedly going to renew his contract. The board backs him on his decision to fire Peter Rice is the story, and that his contract is going to get renewed, even though the stocks are in the gutter. They keep plummeting. They keep making bad decisions. They keep focusing on these new communities and stuff for the wealthy. Their parks are overcrowded. Genie Plus is a colossal effing failure, and it's a nightmare to use. And that was under actually Iger. The list goes on and on. Just watch some of the videos.
Yeah. So, it remains to be seen if Bob Chapek is going to get renewed. I'm not completely convinced he's going to. But
that's the story he's going to, but I don't know. His contract isn't up until the summer.
Yeah, so we'll see. So there's this is up in the air too about where Disney's at now. If this stock doesn't come up, it's going to be really hard to make a case to keep the guy.
Yeah, I agree. Because when they were saying that he wasn't going to get gone, it was before the stock tanked further.
Yeah, so anyway, we're going to wrap this one up, I think. But there we go, guys. That's kind of the utter state of Disney. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted.
Oh,
she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him! Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run on carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.